Coming up on today's News Valdosta, a local man is charged with the murder of his cousin.
And a manhunt finally comes to an end.
Chris Jones will give us a look at the weather, and Xavier Hall will bring us the best in sports. News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Sarah Collins.
And I'm Chandler Jackson. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has made an arrest in the death of a 76-year-old man. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation said Friday that 26-year-old Terrence Wheeler of Moultrie will be charged with 1-count felony murder and 1 count of aggravated assault in the case of 76-year-old Joe Williams of Baconton. Wheeler and Williams are cousins. Williams' niece found his body Thursday. Wheeler is being held at Mitchell County Jail while awaiting trial.
A Tifton man is being held responsible for the death of 2 men following an attempt to evade the law. The Georgia State Patrol says that 38-year-old Israel Timothy Rutland is charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide after crashing into another car during a police chase. 23-year-old Matthew Horton and 32-year-old Kelly Prescott were killed after being struck by Rutland's truck. Rutland suffered a broken neck because of the crash.
The manhunt for a Cordell man has ended. Malcolm Hunt was wanted on 2 warrants after authorities say he ran away from a traffic stop in Crifts County and fired a gun at a woman. He's being charged with a string of offenses that include 3 counts of felony aggravated assault, felony firearm possession by convicted felon, and felony possession of a firearm or knife during a crime. He's also charged with 2 counts of felony terroristic threats, misdemeanor battery, and a parole violation warrant. Officials from Cordell Police Department, the Crifts County Sheriff's Office, Dooley Police, and GBI all assisted in the manhunt. After being spotted by a police officer, investigators brought a chopper and a canine unit to search for him.
Early voting in Valdosta City Council District 2 runoff is now underway. Voting is now being held at the Lowndes County Board of Elections until Friday and will pick up again November 25th through the 27th. Polls are open from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening. All registered voters in District 2 are eligible to vote in this runoff. Both the Democratic and Republican parties are offering rides to and from the precinct.
Residents in Valdosta and the surrounding areas recently participated in the Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful electronic recycling event by dropping off their unwanted electronics lying around their garages. The city of Valdosta believes that getting the equipment from residents keeps it out of the landfills, and that prevents hazardous materials such as lead, mercury, and other heavy metals from leaking into the groundwater and endangering public health. News Valdosta's reporter Banya Konada has this report.
The City of Valdosta, in partnership with Keep Lowndes, Valdosta Beautiful, and Atlanta Recycling Solution, host electronic recycling event November 9 at Mattis Auditorium for citizens to drop off their unwanted electronics such as TVs, computers, cell phones, and hard drives, which is later shredded before recycling so that the information does not get out. There were Best Buy staff and some VSU students at the event, helping to remove items from citizens' vehicles. Best Buy multi-channel sales associate Jerry Clinton says KLVB electronic recycling is a great event.
I think it's a great event, especially for the community to get to be able to recycle all their old electronics and bring them in. It just gives the community a place where they can feel safe and secure about where they're dumping their old electronics and not ending up in a river somewhere or ended up inside the road for somebody else's problem to deal with. And I think it's a great thing that Valdosta Lowndes community, the Keep Beautiful people are doing.
City of Valdosta Manager for Operation John Whitehead III says since they have the electronic recycling program, about £500,000 of electronic is kept out of the landfill.
Since we had the program, we've probably kept about £500,000 of electronics out of the landfill. And that was our purpose, sole purpose of putting the program together.
Keep Lawns Valdosta Beautiful organizes electronic recycling twice a year to give residents in Valdosta the opportunity to recycle their unwanted materials. KLVB believe this process is one of the ways to help the city of Valdosta go green. Your News Valdosta, I am Bana Konate.
Coming up, we'll tell you about a recent study that analyzes the relationships between school performance and being a night owl.
And we'll give you fresh information on a decline in university enrollments, so stay with us.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
A drop in numbers is causing officials to take a hard look at university enrollments in the state. Universities all across Georgia are suffering from a decrease in enrollment. 31 public colleges in the state have seen almost a 5,000 student drop in fall enrollment since last year. That decline in enrollment is about 1.6%. Officials contribute the decrease to economic reasons and higher admission requirements.
A new study reports that teens who stay up late at night are more likely to have lower grades and higher number of emotional problems. Researchers from the University of California, Berkeley analyzed data from almost 3,000 teens between 13 and 18 years of age. Their study found that students who stayed up late during the school year graduated with lower grade point averages than those who went to bed early. Their findings also supported later starting times for middle and high school. Although there is a correlation, researchers emphasize that there may not be a causal effect between a lack of sleep and lower grades.
Students at Valdosta State University celebrated one of the area's first steps towards clean energy on Friday. News Valdosta Chris Jones has more on this story.
Students Against Violating the Environment and Wiregrass activists for clean energy hosted a ceremony on Friday celebrating the first solar canopy on VSU's campus last Friday. The canopy, which is located outside the Odom Library, is VSU's first step towards reducing its dependence on more traditional sources of energy. VSU President William McKinney said the canopy is a stepping stone for more clean energy at VSU.
With a project like this is the first of its kind on this campus. It is obviously not a large project, so it doesn't power an entire building, but it's large enough that we can begin to see a very positive impact. It's large enough that you can begin to see not only a less of a dependence on traditionally generated electricity, but a return on that investment that it's my hope that then when you see that dollar savings, you reinvest that savings into similar kinds of projects. This is the kind of thing that can grow.
Dr. Michael Knoll spoke on some of the struggles society has concerning clean energy.
We have certain kinds of, it seems like, hesitancies in the society, but there's a lack of political and cultural will to make things happen. We can make it happen. It's technologically speaking possible. It has the return of investment if you do it right, and it helps us addressing issues in terms of global warming, because clean energy versus coal-firing plants, that's a no-brainer. You are in a win-win situation if you wean yourselves off fossil fuels and go towards solar.
Members of the community are on board for more clean and sustainable energy into the future. With News Valdosta, I'm Chris Jones.
Up next on News Valdosta, Chris Jones gives us a look at the weather, and Xavier Hall will bring us the weekend sports results.
All this
Thanks
and
for
more.
calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in your face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
The environment is an important factor in determining the weather forecast. So let's check with weather anchor Chris Jones at our weather station. Chris?
Thanks, ladies. It's cloudy out there today, and there's a 60% chance of rain later in the day. The high is 81 degrees, making us wonder if it's actually November. But don't worry, Thanksgiving is approaching nevertheless. Tonight, I would still keep that umbrella handy as a 30% chance of rain will linger into the overnight hours. The low is 49 degrees tonight. Tomorrow should be a much nicer day with partly cloudy skies and a pleasant high of 70 degrees. Expect a light breeze, though, as winds will be around 14 miles per hour. The UV index is low today at a 3. Now, today may not be a great day for tanning or beach volleyball, but it's still possible to get skin damage if you're outside for long enough, so be sure to protect yourself. The pollen count is extremely low today at only a 0.3. It will remain low for most of next week, so be sure to enjoy it. The predominant pollens are ragweed and juniper. That's all for your weather. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Chris. Coming up next, Xavier Hall has the results from the weekend's local football games, so don't go away.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
What will you find at Valdosta State University?
Challenging academics.
Innovative hands-on experience. Over 100 fields of study.
Engagement in a vibrant community.
Caring mentors and friends. Service and leadership opportunities.
Championship athletics.
The full university experience.
At Valdosta State University.
Welcome back. It was a busy weekend in sports.
Let's check in with sports anchor Xavier Hall to give us the rundown on what happened. Xavier?
Thanks, Sirwa. It was an exciting weekend in local high school football as the Lounge High Vikings kicked off their 6A playoffs in smooth fashion, scoring a 38-10 victory over the East Coweta Indians Friday night, making up for last year's loss against the Indians. Lounge showed a few missteps, giving up a kick interference penalty shortly before the end of the half. After the half, Lowndes ran a 6-yard touchdown with Jerome Daniels on the 8th play of the opening drive, giving them a 31-3 lead. This lead was also brought on by fierce coaching by McPherson, as the Vikings went for 2 points after every touchdown. East Coweta managed to squeeze in a touchdown with 7 minutes left in the fourth, but unfortunately it was too little, too late. The Vikings finished with 238 yards and just 51 rushes. The Wildcats endured a disappointing loss to the Langston Hughes High Panthers in their first-round game, with a score of 34-20. The Cats were down offensively and defensively, only gaining 267 yards of offense and giving up 343 yards, 236 of which came from rushing. It was a tied game at halftime at 13, but the Panthers used their time wisely and put together a furious 96-yard drive as they took the lead and never let go. A punt by Wildcat Matt Loudermilk was returned by the Panthers for a touchdown in the second half as the Cats failed to make successful plays. Another block punt was recovered by the Cats in their last possession by Rico Ramsey, ending the game and their season in a 34-20 loss. The Valwood Valiants, however, continue to win with a 39-7 second-round victory over the Gatewood High Gators. The near-flawless Valiants defense only allowed 73 yards of offense while gaining 5 sacks by 5 players on their second possession. The Valiants made a 36-yard touchdown by junior receiver Zane Edmondson. Senior quarterback Seth Carlo connected 13 of 17 passing attempts for 202 yards and a touchdown. With a 24-0 lead at halftime, the Valiants were already coasting to a win. Later in the third, senior James Braswell pushed the Gators into an 18-yard loss and safety, making the score 39-0. The Gators scored a 43-yard interception return with 5 minutes left in the game, giving them their only touchdown. For those counting at home, this makes the Valiant winning streak 25. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Xavier. When we come back, we'll tell you how to help out local children this holiday season.
So don't go away.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
The holiday season is right around the corner, and local organizations are helping to come together to help spread holiday cheer. Valdosta State University's Volunteer Service is asking for donations for the 8th annual Holiday Helper Program. It's working with the Children's Advocacy Center and Project Light to bring toys and clothes to local children who are at risk for not receiving any presents. Unwrapped gifts must be turned into the Valdosta State University Student Life Center by December 6th. The community is encouraged to get involved and give the gift of giving.
That's our program for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Chandler Jackson.
And I'm Sarah Collins. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.